And the other thing, sorry, I was going to say is that, it's a bit like people would ask about a Robin Williams or whatever about, are they always funny in real life? What I find is even somebody like Jackie, yes, he's a good guy, but what you see on film is the professionalism of that character of a Jackie Chan, and it's character playing. But when he's off set, you see the seriousness of a maestro of action movies in how important it is for him to bring out excellence in everything he does on camera. So the off-screen Jackie is business. It's business. It's preparing for the next scene or whatever it is, and just making sure. So you're not sitting around with Jackie having a laugh over frivolous stuff. Does that make sense? I mean, it's full-on business.
Yeah.
Why he's as good as he is, and why the results you see on screen are what they are.
And he's still look, he's still working now, right? Like, I think there was a film he only did in the last year or two, like older, but he's still there doing it, like, and still punishing himself. Like he
never stops. Even when I was working with him, they would often be doing 2 movies back to back. Now he's doing a lot of stuff in China. That's where he's sort of based. But you're right. That's his life. I mean, I believe if Jackie wasn't doing that, he would almost feel, what's the point of being here on this little planet? I mean, that's what he does. That's his passion. That's his whole reason for being. And hence, he's just a workaholic. The guy, and Sammo Hung is exactly the same. So it's what they do.
And just a quick, I know Doug's got a question. I'll throw this in quickly. But he must, like, obviously he's got a lot of injuries, but he must be like yourself. I mean, you've been in this game forever, pretty much, and the punishment you take, and what you just said, Jackie's doing movie after movie after movie. Like, how fit is that guy? Like, how fit is he? And to take all that, he does all these stunts himself, pretty much, right?
Yeah, he has doubles for certain things, like everybody. There's certain things you would know, even like people look at a Sylvester Stallone or whoever. They they probably truthfully want to be able to do everything and all their action, all their stunts. But as you know, there's insurance that comes into it. There's a certain amount of risky things that they just won't let their lead actor do, for the obvious reason that if they get an injury, then the whole film stops, So there's that. But having said that, they're unbelievable. I think that sort of what gets Jackie and people like that through what they do is they never stop doing it. There's almost no time to sit down and think about their body and how they feel. It's like, I've got bone on bone in my shoulders. I've got severe osteoarthritis in my shoulders, not through bad training, but from the falls I took in a lot of the Hong Kong movies. I stripped cartilage off the bone. Having said that, doing what we do, pain is kind of part of what we do. You learn to manage it. Yes, you try and cut it off at the crossroads and get whatever surgeries you can to fix it up. But I would imagine in Jackie's head, he knows nothing else but that state of being where he probably always has some sort of injury or some sort of pain or whatever, but you just get with it. You know what I mean? That's what you do. And,
well, it's sort of what you're saying about the cold shower stuff. Like that can be painful, but when you train yourself to get through that and the breathing, well, it all enhances everything that you're doing, especially if you're in that mindset. You really need all that, for what you guys do.
That's why I said that those Wim Hof or the cold showers or whatever it is, that stress that you put in body, the ability to handle that stress, and concentrate on your breathing is, I mean, it's scientifically proved to be transferable. I mean, I could go on and on what firemen do, what SEAL Team 6 dudes do, getting submerged in helicopters and having to get their seatbelts on when they feel like they're about to die. In other words, handling that sort of stuff is a transferable thing. So, I mean, it doesn't mean it's easy at any time because, we've become, Wim Hof bases a lot. And again, I'm paraphrasing, trying to make it simplistic, but, we wear shoes. We're insulated from the earth. If we were hunters and gatherers, you would be experiencing extreme cold, extreme heat, extreme hardship. cold water. You'd be going without food for days on end if it was based on your ability to catch game. But now, you know, as soon as it gets cold, we put the heater on. You know, if it gets too hot, we put the air conditioner. We insulate ourselves with rubber shoes against being earthed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. In other words, we've taken away the ability of the immune system to be subjected to severe stresses that even the environment give us, if that makes sense. Hence, artificially imposing it with the breathing, with the showers, with the Wim Hof, all that sort of stuff is the way I look at it anyway.
Yeah, no, that's really good, Rich. It's awesome. Sorry, Doug, go for it, mate. That's great. Thanks.
That's really incredible what your philosophy is, Richard. That definitely represents the relentless and unstoppable spirit. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's really cool. So,
could you, Doug, before we go on, I thought this was your interview. Could you tell Andy to shut up? Because
yeah, in fact,
you got to say.
Yeah, in fact, let me just bring something up now that you said that. Maybe Andy will look younger. Maybe Andy will look younger if he's wearing a jean jacket.
Yeah, can you mute him or something? Can you something like that?
I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm over here, mate. I'm really lucky. I'm over here.